Arthur called the Bloomers in the Garden hotline and had questions about his lawn. Here's his call.
Hi, it's Arthur from West Milford, New Jersey again. And I just have another question. You did a fantastic job on my last question concerning wet soil and flies. My lawn consists of a lot of clover and dandelion. And I noticed that when I first cut the lawn, the yellow dandelions and clover are high and generally get cut. After the first couple of cuts, the flowers grow short and below the height of the mower. I'm just wondering, if do lawns actually have some type of intelligence that trains them to do this? And what is the proper length to cut a lawn in this summer heat wave and the hot weather we're currently experiencing? Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks for everything. Bye.
So, thank you for the compliment and the praise. We appreciate that. So, I understand what you're saying. It's like, all right, crap. They're going to come and cut us down with the weeds. So, what we're going to do? Let's get together. We're going to have a meeting and let's just grow a little shorter. But so you would think that, but what really happens is that it's basically dwarfed. It's like when you prune and a plant gets fuller. And because you prune it, you just don't let it grow much. And that's what's happening with those dandelions. I'll tell you what, easy control, but it's going to control your clover too. Clover is a unique plant that it actually pulls nitrogen out of the soil, puts it through the roots and back into the soil. So it almost recycles nutrients. So again, to control them, you can hit each individual dandelion so you keep the clover, and that it's got to be temperatures 85 degrees. And I suggest weed-free zone from Fertilome. It is a great typical weed control, but I like the price, and I also like how well it works, and it will work on when things are hot. Sometimes if you spray your lawn, you can get some burning if you do it in the wrong time. This says you can spray when the temperatures are as high as 90 degrees. 85 for me is my limit because I don't want to burn anything. So one thing about how high do you keep your grass at this point? Right now, you want to do 3.5 to 4 inches high. You're going to think of it as mulch for your lawn. If you keep it that tall, it's going to keep the moisture around on the ground so that the roots don't dry out. If you're cutting it any lower than 3.5 inches during the summer, you are going to have not only problems with drought, but you're also going to have disease issues. It's a major threat that the hot, dry weather can damage a lawn's root system and kill, whole sections. So keeping it taller allows it, again, to shade the other lawn. Now, Julio, I bet he doesn't know this.
I got zoysia grass.
You have zoysia grass, which is a warm season grass. I like to say it's a grass that does not belong in this area.
That's correct.
Vera Brown, are you listening?
Vera's the same.
I'm talking to you.
You're going to make Vera upset.
Okay, well, I'm taking a week off, so she won't come in. See Julio.
Yeah, I'm here.
You guys can
we can
get the
cry.
pitchforks out. So with zoysia, it actually can be a little bit lower than we're talking about with Arthur, that it's going to be cool season grasses like fescue, like bluegrass, like ryegrass, where the warmer season grasses like zoysia can be cut lower at this time of the year. I hear zoysia's hard to cut in the first place.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. So keeping it a little lower is a better idea.
Better.
One thing about keeping your lawn taller with Arthur is you can also choke out some of the weeds because they're not getting the sunlight they need. A lot of times where you'll have all of a sudden you cut your grass lower and it seems like weeds take off, and it's because they're finally getting sunlight that was originally blocked on them. So again, most of those weeds are controlled by Weed-Free Zone from Fertilome. Great product. Again, that's Weed-Free Zone from Fertilome. When the weather starts to cool down, You're going to adjust that mower height a little bit lower, okay, with each mowing. And then we're talking about September is that when you would start. And when it stops growing in the fall, you just basically stop your mowing again until the spring. But when you mow it low, you can do some seeding and you can do some lawn care to your lawn, as opposed to during the summer months where, you just are doing preventative maintenance and maybe some spot treatments. So, anything to add, Julio Zamora?
Yeah. Do you prescribe or what do you think about those people who bag their grass clippings?
I think it's good and bad because thatch will act as a mulch for your grass, but if it gets too abundant, it needs to be taken out. So every 2 or 3 years, that's why people thatch their lawns. If they pick up their clippings, they won't necessarily have to do that as often, but they also won't have the mulch of their grass plants.
Yeah.
So thatch is not always a bad thing. And I would thatch in the fall. Thatch, seed, fertilize. Fall is the best time for that.